Hello everyone, my name is Hector Mendoza. This week I've been posting a bunch of videos on how to get your level 3 certification and how to pass it. So on this video we're just going to concentrate on showing you how to bring all your instructions into Microsoft Word and where you can organize it, find and go back to certain areas of your certification. So, if you organize it, this is basically how it would look, and it's real easy to go back and forth to find certain areas. And I have a bunch of videos out there that shows you how I'm using this document. So I'm going to close this document, and we are going to go from the start. I'm going to show you how to set up the pages and how to bring the instructions in there. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go to my Xactimate where my test is, right? So I'll go to my Xactimate on the internet. It should launch my test that I purchased. So I'm gonna go here. Oh, that's 20. That's a different sort of test. Here, click here. Normally you would be going through this every time that you want to do something in your Xactimate to your test. So oops, let me go previous. Okay, so we're going to start here. Before we even start, let me open up a Word document. I'm going to create a new page. Now, I'm going to go to my layout. I'm going to go to page size. I'm going to go more page sizes. I'm going to go here all the way to the bottom where it says custom size. Width, I'm going to leave, yours probably says 8.5 by 11. It's just the way I have mine set up. But so change this to 11, hit tab, hit 17, and then click OK. Now you're going to get a dialog box. It says some of the margin outside. Don't hit fix. Tell it to ignore. Okay, so hit ignore. Now you have 11 by 17 document. Now mine is set up where every time I create a document, it gives me a margin of 0.25 top, bottom, left, and right. Let me show you how to change that. So you go to margins. Now yours is not gonna say this right here because this is something I use all the time. So you're gonna go to custom margins. All you're gonna do is click here, hit 0.25, hit tab, 0.25, hit tab, 0.25, tab, 0.25, and then hit OK. Now ignore everything it says right there because we're not going to be printing it. This is just for us to view. So we're going to hit, don't hit fix, hit ignore. Now at this point, the first thing you want to do is save this document. I would get you so you're going to hit save as. That way you know where it's going to go. We're going to browse. I'm going to delete this, so I'm just going to put it on my desktop, and I'm just going to put test doc. Okay, because I'm going to delete this. I already got my own. Okay, so I'm going to hit save. Now if I hit alt tab, it's going to take me back to this thing. Oh, by the way, before you start this, and if you haven't done this, unless if you're real fluent with using a bunch of monitors, which I normally work on 5 monitors, but just for this purpose I'm going to only use one monitor so that I can show you the commands to go back and forth real easy. Okay, so even though I have 4 monitors working, we're gonna do it all. I'm gonna pretend like we're only working one monitor. So the best thing to do is close all your programs. Okay, so that way if you hit Alt Tab, you can go back and forth. You see, I'm going back and forth. So we're here, and you know, technically you don't have to copy this part. I do, because I want to know what level I'm actually working on at the time. So I always start here, and then you see how I'm selecting all of this. I'm left clicking and selecting this area. Now I'm gonna hold my shift key. I'm gonna go my scroll, go all the way to the end, and you see where my mouse is. I'm gonna click here. Now that selected everything in this instructional page. So now I'm going to hit Control C to copy. I'm going to hit Alt Tab to go back to Word. I'm going to hit Control V and be patient, and it copied everything that you copied and paste, right? While I have this here, now I'm going to hit Control Enter. That's going to create me a new page, because I want to separate this section from the next section that I'm going to create. So now all I do is hit Alt Tab. We're done with this large loss interior sketch instructions, right? Because we went all the way to the bottom. Now I'm going to hit Next. Okay, I'm going to start selection here until I see some of it. Select here, right? I'm going to hold my shift key. While I'm holding my shift key, I'm going to left click this scroll. I left click all the way to the end. Now just right in this area, I'm going to left click. I'm going to hit Control C. I'm going to hit Alt Tab. We'll open up my Word document again. I'm going to hit Control V. I'm going to hit Control Enter to create me a new page. I'm going to hit Alt Tab. I'm going to hit Next. Now I'm going to start my large roof level. I'm going to select, hold my shift key, go all the way to the left click in this area. I'm going to hit Control C. I'm going to hit Alt Tab. I'm going to hit Control V. I'm going to hit Control Enter to create a new page. I'm going to hit Alt Tab to go back into exact analysis. I'm going to hit Next. Now we're getting into the estimation part of it, I think. Yeah. So I'm going to left click here. I'm going to hold my shift key, and I'm going to select some of this stuff. I'm going to go all the way to the end, and you see where my mouse is. I'm going to left click here. That selected everything above that. I'm going to hit Control C. I'm going to hit Alt Tab. I am going to hit Control V. Hit Control Enter to create a new page. Alt Tab to go to my next part of my test. I'm going to hit start here, left click, select, hold my shift key, go all the way to the bottom, get on this corner here. Now I'm selecting everything there. I'm going to hit Control C, Control Alt to go back to Word, hit Control V, hit Control Enter to create a new page. I'm going to hit Control Alt to go back to exact analysis, exactware. I'm going to hit Next. I'm going to start my selection here until I get a few selections. Hold my shift key, go right, scroll down while I have my shift selected. I'm going to click on this corner. I'm going to hit Control C. I'm going to hit Alt Tab to go back to Word document. I'm going to hit Control V to paste it. I'm going to hit Control Enter to go create a new page. I'm scrolling down a little bit. I'm going to hit Alt Tab to go back to exact analysis. I'm going to hit Next. Okay, now this is where you stop. This is the last page. Once you see this is the last page, then you're going to start doing your Xactimate test. That's time limit, so we're going to stop there. Okay, so you've already copied all your instructions. So at this point, I don't need Xactware open anymore. Okay, so everything, and I'm going to hit back. I don't need this page no more. So what I'm going to do is delete that. You can leave it there, but I'm gonna delete it. So I'm gonna hit I deleted that last page, and I'm not gonna go over how to delete pages. But so now, so I view my returns, you see, or my I guess they're called hidden. Let me see what this thing is called. Show, hide, markers, marks, and other hidden format symbols. So I like using it. Sometimes I turn it off. Sometimes I turn it on and off. But you know what? You probably don't use it, so I'm gonna turn it off so that I can show you how to do this real easy. Okay, so if you notice, you see this line right here? This line is what they call, you see right here? It's centered. No big deal. I'm real anal. So and this doesn't matter. I'm going to show you. What I used to do is I used to click on this, and then I would click here. Then I would click on the next one, and then I would click here. Well, here's the problem. You have a bunch of them, okay? So you don't want to go through all that. So so I'm going to show you a real easy and fast way to do this. So I'm going to select anywhere. I'm going to hit Control A for selecting everything, right? Now you see right here, be on your home page. If you click on this left, align left, now everything is to the left of it. So let me show you. Okay, so you see the lines now are to the left, which is no big deal, but I'm just anal. Okay, so let's fit this to you can scroll down and fit it to one page. Okay, now on your document you probably are not viewing a bunch of them like mine. Okay, because I have another video that shows how to do that. That's not what this lesson's for. So we're gonna go as far where you can. On yours you're only gonna have one. So let me go ahead and do that, so that we're doing apples to apples. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go under view, and then instead of multiple pages, I'm going to say one page. More than likely this is what yours looks like. So I'm going to move mine to yours. Now let's start from the beginning. So what you want to do is clean up this document. The first thing you do. So here's the deal. When you copy and paste this, there's going to be a few sentences that go beyond here. Like there's more words to the right, because for some reason this goes further. So what I do is I go somewhere in this area, right? And I'm going to select where I want to return. So I select before this word and I hit enter. Same thing here. And it doesn't matter where you do this. This is so that you can read this. Hit enter. We're going to go ahead and do that throughout this whole page. And so we're going to take baby steps. I would actually do a lot more than this at one time, but I just want you to make this easy. So to make this fast, I have my fingers on, I'm not hitting it, but I got my fingers next to the enter, so I can just do this real quick. So, and with my right hand, I'm strolling down until I find the next one that has that problem. So keep on going, 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 keep on going. Now this seems like this is a lot of hassle, but it's a lot easier than having to go back and forth to exact analysis. Here's another instance, right? So enter. So I just keep on going. Here's another one. Enter. And then you can actually just click here and just keep on clicking until you find one. And this is strolling one page at a time. Oops. Okay, so you know we have a few of them here. Enter, 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 and that's okay. Enter, enter. We only got a few more minutes and this thing will be done. And the time that you save having to go back to exactware is I've helped hundreds of people pass not just certifications, but I teach Word, Excel, PowerPoint, Photoshop, InDesign, Illustrator, Acrobat, all kinds of programs. I teach people how to pass their TWIL certification, flood certification, you know, all different kinds of stuff, like how to pass your examination to become an adjuster. I teach plumbing. I teach oops, it's hard to concentrate. AC, roofing. I'm a contractor, but I sub out my work. But I'm technically now an adjuster. I think we're almost down to the end. Okay, and then after this the rest of it's going to be real easy. So oops, when you get to the end, it's kind of hard to put your, I think that's the last one. Okay, now so here's the next thing. So I'm gonna reduce this a little bit. So when you're looking now, I'm gonna hit save. It's always good to, you know, all I did is hit Control S. Almost in any program, when you're in the middle of something and you don't want to lose anything, you hit Control S and it saves. That's like 99.9% of all your programs. Okay, now so when you're looking at this instructional document that you created, you have steps. So here's your first step, here's your second step. In front of each step, you're going to have a line which separates your steps. Okay, so if I'm going down this thing here and I see step 3, but I don't see the diagram, so this actually belongs to this, right? So if you go in right before step 3, you see where that blinking vertical thing is? If right before your step, if you hit your Control Enter, it's gonna take that and put it into the next page. Now you see this is part of that instruction. So this is step 3 and this is the diagram. Now you see right here, I have step 4. Well, step 4 continues. What I do is I go in front of the step, I hit Control Enter so that all of this is together. Same thing here. Now I'm going to go right in here, hit Control Enter. Now step 5. Now look, you see step 5 and step 6? Those are, there's no sense in losing all this space. Okay, so what I do is, you see this image, I'm going to reduce it down a little bit. I'm going to go to this next one and reduce it down a little bit. You can just reduce it as fast, like vigorously, and because it doesn't matter how much you reduce it, because when you're looking at this stuff, you can always enlarge your Word document if you need to see that image. But one thing is, you want to keep the step with the image. Okay, so this one here, we're going to go to this next. I'm just going to hit Control Enter, then go to the next. You can actually reduce it. Now that you know what we're doing, you can reduce it, and see, now we know you want to get that step with that other one. You hit Enter, and it moves it to the next one. Then we have this one here. It is a little bit easier just to go like that. Hit Enter, then just scroll down. This belongs to the next one. Hit Enter, keep on going down, and this goes with the next one, and so keep on going. This goes with the next one. Like I said, guys, this sounds like a lot of hassle. You'll see, again, remember, I see a lot of space here, so more than likely I can get this, reduce it. I'm going to make it real small, okay, and I'm going to show you why. I made it real small. That one's real big, right? So what I can do is to not evenly, but to make those images almost about the same size, I reduce the top one, and now they're kind of even. Okay, so now I'm gonna go to the next step, hit Enter, go down. Here's the next step. I'm just gonna move it to the next page, hit Enter. I don't think I can combine. Yes, those two can be combined together. So there's a lot of dead space and because this is all you're going to be talking about. And so, like I said, all you have to do is go like that, and you'll see it. So we went to the next page. Now here, I'm going to hit backspace that way, and I'm going to delete that space. Again, I'm just very anal. You don't have to do all that, but and what I like doing is I like to have those two together, okay, because it's the same thing, but it shows you in two different ways. So I'm going to make that real small, okay. Then I'm going to go, let's say 3/4 of the way, get this one, and kind of make it almost the same size as that other one. Did you see how if I keep on going, the bottom one disappears? So all you have to do is just inch it until both of them are similar to each other. Now when you're doing this area, you have both of those right in front of you, okay, and you can refer. One of them is an outline, but they're both exactly the same thing, except one, it's a different view in Xactimate. Okay, so we keep on going. I think that one, I should be able to combine two of them together. And look, you see how I move up and down until it goes to the next one, then I stop. Same thing here. That I'm probably, there's a lot of instructions there. I'm gonna there's no instructions there. I'm probably going to leave that one by itself. Go right in here. So here, hit Control Enter and reduce my page size again. Now you see that still is not, there's too much instructions there, right? So I'm going to make this as small as possible so that it pushes it over. Then I'm just going to keep on enlarging until that line goes to the next page. Okay, now this instruction goes with that image. Those instructions go with that image, and you can tell if at the beginning of this instruction, because there's a line. Okay, so we're gonna go there. I like that. What I'm gonna do here is, you can actually just enlarge the area. Well, I thought it would move that other one to the next step, but it didn't. So go right in here and Control Enter, puts it to the next page. Same thing here. This image is too big. I'm going to make it as small until I get it to the next page. Then I'm just going to keep on enlarging it until I move that line to the next one. So and if you don't know Word, let me explain something about, I should have done this at the beginning, but look, if you use this right here, look, it stretches it. Hit Control Z. If you use this one, it proportionately enlarges and reduces. Okay, so make sure you use these corner ones to enlarge it. That way it proportionately enlarges the image. Okay, so here I'm going to put those together because and so kind of proportionally, and this is just for you, so it doesn't matter how big or small the images are. This is just for you to go back and forth for your instructions. So click here. Okay, yeah, I like that. And then that one I'm probably going to leave by itself. I'm definitely going to leave it by itself because now we're getting into a different, we're getting into the roof section of this. Remember how we talked about on this one here, I'm going to move this one to the next page because there's a lot of instructions there, right? So I'm going to get at the end of that paragraph. I'm going to hit Control Enter and put those two together, this one and this one. So I'm making it small until I figure out, okay, well, it looks like I can get this one a little bit bigger and increase this one a little bit bigger until I lose that line. Now I have those two. Actually, you know what? It gave me some of the instructions. We're just gonna put it all together. So let's go in here. Like I said, because those images can be enlarged and reduced in Word. Okay, so that kept the instructions and those two images together. This is your main level, your main gable, not gable, but hip on this entire roof. Let me see, that's small. So what I can do, this is way big, so I can reduce that one, reduce this one, and put those two together. Okay, and this can be here. You see all that space there from here to here? I'm going to show you a trick. If you right click, you go to crop, you can remove some of the space, and just click down here and it removed that space. And just another little trick that if you don't know Word. Keep on going. Yeah, we're gonna put those two together, so I'll reduce this image a little bit, reduce this image a little bit until both of them are there. Keep on going. That image, yeah, we'll go ahead and combine all this together. So I'm going to make that small, make that real small until I get those. So I'm going to enlarge this a little bit, enlarge this a little bit, and same thing here. We're going to combine those two together. You know, we could have done this where make it faster, but it's better to spend a little bit of time in preparing this, because I'm telling you, you're gonna save a lot of hours. If you know, this is taking a few minutes, but you're gonna save hours going back and forth, because I've passed a bunch of this certification, not passed them, but I've helped a bunch of people on helping them pass their certification. And at the beginning, we didn't go through this, and we spent hours going back and forth, and this way we spend, you know, a few minutes, and we save hours, countless of hours later. Okay, I'm gonna delete that space and that right there. So now this is the estimating part of it. So here we're just going to go to the end of the documents. I'm going to hit Control Enter and keep, see, there's not enough space there. Hit Enter, and those some instructions. On this here, you just have to move it down, because it's not images, it's instructions. Okay, that's your carpet in. This part belongs to the top part. Okay, so I want to keep all that together. So what's this? I'm going to move this until I get step 10 to the next page and the line to the next page. Then we got some instructions on 13. And remember, you're going to organize this the way you want. Remember, I always hit Control Shift to send it to the next page. And here's some macros that, oops. You see, you can click and just hit your left arrow key till you get to the end, hit Enter. I've been doing that. Oop, we're down to the last. Yeah, so this is the last of it. So we're going to do this again under step 24. Hit Control Enter. Oops, Control Enter. Wrong key. And there's some more instructions here. This is for your roof. Step 28. I'm going to put that on the next page. I want to keep all that together. Okay. And I believe this is the last of the Mohicans. Good. Now, before I do anything, hit Control, save. I don't know how long it took. Well, actually, let me look at my recording. It says I've been recording for... I can't see it, but I don't think it was that long. But you will save a lot of hours, guys. That's all I'm going to show you. I have other videos that explains how I use this. So now it's real easy to go back and forth from Xactimate, you know, and going back to this instructions. So the reason I use this document is I start from the beginning. I read every sentence. Once I finish reading that sentence, I highlight it. I read the next sentence, I highlight it. I change my overhead and profit, I highlight it. I change, I mean, y'all, there's probably a bunch of y'all, there's a lot smarter than me. Y'all probably say, okay, I know I got to do this, this, and this. Go do it in Xactimate, and you highlight it. I don't have to go back and forth, because remember, when I'm doing my stuff, I'm using normally minimum of 4 monitors. Well, it's going to be 3 monitors plus my screen monitor, my laptop monitor. Thanks for watching my video. I got a bunch of other tips on how to pass your level 3 certification. Now, what you learned today is not just for your level 1, your level 2, your level 3 certifications. You can do the same thing when you're passing your other tests, like your let's say you want to pass your all lines adjusting certification. You can do it the same way. When you're trying to do your TWIA certification, you do it this way, and you have something to refer back to. Like if somebody would go to my my hard drive. I've been doing this for I've only been an adjuster for 6 years, but I have everything I do. I keep a copy of it. Okay, like my certifications. I still got every certification I've done. I have all kinds of stuff here on my hard drive, so I keep that organized. Normally, the way you want to keep your desktop is looking like this. The only reason there's one here, anything I put on my desktop is something I'm going to delete. Otherwise, it gets put on a folder in a systematic way. Thank you for watching my videos, guys. Please subscribe. And if you like this, give me a thumbs up. I'll see you on the next video.